Hi, this is Ilma Art Studios photograph for today. A beautiful sunset in one of the beaches here in Orangeville. Oh, not in Orangeville, in Dufferin. Oh, I'm sorry, in Ontario. Hi, check my website at ilmaarts.com for more artworks and photographs. Today I'd like to share Luke 10, verses 39 to 40. It says, "Her sister Mary sat at the Lord's feet, listening to what he taught. But Martha was distracted by the big dinner she was preparing." Here's my poem. True worship. What is in your heart and mind today? Do you have peace and joy each day? Do you listen to Jesus when he teaches you? Are you allowing your heart and mind to be renewed? What distracts you from true worship and praise? Is it your busyness that keeps you from being amazed? True worship is quietly listening to what he is teaching. It is hearing what he is convicting you with and obeying it. Here's my essay. The two sisters, Martha and Mary, are examples of how true worship should be according to Christ. In Luke 10, we are given a picture of the differences in how people worship. Strong's Hebrew definition of worship is sagad, which means to bow down or fall down. In both Hebrew and Greek, there are two categories of words for worship. The first is about body language that demonstrates respect and submission, to bow down, to kneel, to prostrate oneself. The second is about doing something for God that demonstrates sacrifice and obedience, to offer, to serve. Martha was worshiping God with her service. She was very distracted by what is really more important, which is what Mary did, to sit on Jesus' feet and listen to his teachings. Worship is about focusing on Jesus, not on our works. Prayer. Lord, deliver me from distractions that stop me from losing out on your teachings. Reflection. How do you worship? It took me a while to understand the way I was worshiping, but I guess I was taught by God since I was like 7 years old. For me, worship is to just communing with him in my thoughts and in my actions and in my decisions. I was going through a lot of neglect when I was a child, and so I run to God. I talk to Jesus every day, and that I think was the worship that I was doing since I was a kid, was to talking to him and opening my heart to him and pouring out my hurts and my pains to him. And so through the many years of undergoing all this painful stuff, which is something like a generational sin that was handed down to me, and with the help of God, I was able to break all these generational sins, because now I was set free. Now I know the truth that God made us all different, and no one is better than the other. But in the case of Martha and Mary, he was trying to show to Martha that he was not condoning Martha for her service, for her busyness, to be able to come up with the dinner that she wanted, but that kept the focus on Jesus and put it more on herself, on what she is doing, what she's working at. So we can learn a lesson from this story of Martha and Mary in Luke 10, that we must be very careful that sometimes what we do for Jesus could be a taking away of our focus on him and the focus on the self. And I did this for so many years because I thought that I was glorifying God by doing all kinds of religious stuff and doing all kinds of rituals. But I wasn't, because it was focused more on the rituals than on the intimacy, on the hearing what God is saying in my heart. So How do you worship? There are many forms of worshiping the Lord, but I'm sure the thing that is more important to the Lord is, where is your heart? Are you seeking Him? Are you hearing His voice? Are you listening to His words? Are you listening to His teachings? This is a true form of worship. But you could do all the prostrate, all the kneeling, and yet if your heart is not right with God, He knows that. So thanks for watching, and I hope you check my website at ilmaarts.com for more artworks and photographs. And I invite you to seek God and ask Him what a true worship is, with the temperament, with the personality that He has given you, and He will show you. Thanks for watching again. God loves you so much, and so do I.